Hello, my name is David Custer, and I'm completing my specialist degree in instructional technology at Kennesaw State University. I'm currently teaching and chairing the mathematics department at Decatur High School in Decatur, Georgia. Over the past 5 to 6 years, Decatur High School has recently been experiencing a tremendous amount of growth. We've grown from a school of 820 students and 67 teachers to a school of over 1,400 students and over 100 teachers. That's a 35% increase in the last 4 years alone. This unprecedented growth is felt by both the faculty and students as we wrestle with trying to maintain the small school principles that helped us reach our current levels of success. But we simply cannot rely on older policies and procedures that worked for a school that's doubled in size in the last 6 years. The increase in the enrollment has highlighted the need for better defined procedures and expectations regarding attendance, grade reporting, parent communications, and instructional planning. It has become vital for teachers and parents to focus attention on communication as a key element of parent support. And over the past decade, computer-assisted systems in schools have dramatically changed the nature of communication. It's all been well established that common educational goals among parents, teachers, and students are more likely realized in schools that have modernized their communication and reporting methods. But particularly in high schools, communication typically erodes, leading some parents to withdraw from critical aspects of their support role. But there are creative ways to leverage the existing technology to help teachers in new ways that both increase accountability and reduce workload, and that's what I chose to make the focus of my capstone project. Decatur High School teaching faculty have embraced data reporting in an online student information system called Infinite Campus. They collaborate regularly with Google Drive, and they make frequent use of email to communicate with parents. But by leveraging the combination of Infinite Campus and the Google Productivity Suite, Gmail, Google Docs, Sheets, I discovered that teachers can automate many of the most time-consuming tasks in their week, specifically collecting all the parent names and emails from our student information system in one go, and then using mail merge technology to send personal-sounding bulk emails to all of them within just a few seconds. Little did I know that these processes would launch half a dozen other initiatives at Decatur High School, some of which are now being actually written into the school improvement plan. Oh, hi there. I'll be right with you. I just have to send a quick 72 personalized sounding emails to all of the parents of my AP Statistics students. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so I know you couldn't see that very well. What you just saw happen was the culmination of a lot of research and product testing on my coworkers to find a simple way to automate and simplify email communications by using Gmail and a Google Sheets add-on called Yet Another Mail Merge. I just sent over 70 personalized emails to the parents of AP Statistics students in about 10 seconds, and every one of those parents thinks that I took the time to write out a personal, full letter to them. I first needed to create a system that would instantly allow teachers to download all their parent contacts into a single, usable database like the one on the right side of the screen. When a teacher uses my algorithm, it reaches into our student information system called Infinite Campus. It retrieves all the name and contact information for those students' parents, and it automatically combines and formats the data into a simple-looking database for easy teacher use. Then, in subsequent professional development sessions, I taught my coworkers how to engineer the database column names like parent name, last, first, and he, she. These are the variable fields that I can use in bulk email letters to parents. But the trick is that instead of writing Dear Parents, yada yada yada, I use the database column names, and the add-on will insert the correct parent and student name, current grade level, or whatever else I need, and it'll send a series of individual emails all at once. My emails will come through saying, Dear Mr. Jenkins, your daughter Sally, or it'll say, Dear Mr. and Mrs. Perkins, your son Julian, based on the information in the database. You can see the template email that I mail merged from over there on the left side of the screen. You type one template email, and then we can trick Gmail into customizing the message and sending hundreds of personal-sounding emails all in a matter of seconds. Parent notifications? Check. While this leveraging of Gmail and Google Sheets to improve communication and efficiency at Decatur High School was very well received by teachers, it also resulted in a flurry of other ideas as teachers thought of ways to apply automation to other tasks they faced. The model United Nations coach wanted to know if she could use this mail merge technique to automatically print award certificates for a meet she hosted. The assistant principal in charge of attendance reporting wanted to know if there was a way for teachers to automatically be notified through email about which students were conspicuously absent for their class that day. An English teacher wanted to know if there was a way for her to generate a pre-filled out assessment form from student responses in a Google survey. All of these projects were seen to fruition. But the most significant unintended application of this technique relates to the effort of student athletes and has become so successful that it is now written into the DHS School Improvement Plan. DHS coaches and administrators felt like a stronger connection could be made between students on and off the field. Oftentimes, students would act up in class or exhibit poor academic effort in the classroom, but the student's coach would be unaware of the behavior or effort problem. The DHS coaches asked if there was a way for teachers to report effort scores on their athletes in a timely manner so that misbehavior or low effort could be mediated at practice and perhaps even impact game involvement. The administration first sought to operationalize effort by designing a Google form with a rating scale from 1 to 4, indicating low to high effort. That was attached to every student athlete. However, with upwards of 250 athletes in the fall semester alone, this would be a daunting task for teachers. Clearly, teachers could not be asked to sort through an enormous list of 250 names, find the small handful of students they teach, and report effort scores on those students. It was a system prone to error and designed to fail. But with the new technological tool of mail merging with Gmail and Google Sheets, I designed a way for teachers to be emailed a list of only their students, not the entire list of 250, so that they could report effort on and only see those with whom they were teaching. So here we see the Master Athlete Effort Reporting database that's populated with every teacher of every athlete in the fall of 2018. As you can see, this is a very large number of students, and it would be a nightmare to sort through because different parties need the database sorted in different ways. Teachers want this list sorted by teacher name so that they can find only the students that they teach. Mr. Quillen doesn't need to see the entire list of 250 students. Mr. Quillen only wants to see the half dozen or so students that he teaches. Coaches, on the other hand, want the list sorted by sport so that they can pull all of the football athletes together and reflect on their effort in class. Administrators want this list sorted by effort so that they can target interventions toward any student that's receiving a 1 or a 2 on the rubric. So instead of letting everyone try and have access to the same Google Sheet at the same time, I created something called a filter view for every teacher and coach in the building. Now, every 2 weeks, a mail-merged email notification is sent to every teacher in the building with a custom URL that links them directly to a filter view inside of this spreadsheet. So, Mr. Custer would receive a URL that would take him directly to this filter view. And as you can see, this filter view has cut out any student that I don't teach, and it's only giving me a list of students that I myself relate to. Coaches also received a filter view. They received one that would take them only to the players that they are interested in. The football filter view shows a roster of all the football players in all 7 of their classes. As you can see, progress varies depending on the student, and you can see Homer Simpson here is having quite a bit of trouble in many of his classes. The spreadsheet is designed so that teachers can put comments into the spreadsheet for any struggling students, which enabled the communication between teacher and coach. Mo Sislak seems to be doing better than Homer, but still has a couple of trouble spots in literature and French. The coaches reported that the teacher comment feature was particularly helpful in allowing them to engage their student athletes to perform better academically. This effort reporting system was so successful that the DHS administration has now written athlete effort reporting into the school improvement plan for the year 2019 to 2020. There are currently efforts underway to expand this reporting system to Renfro Middle School, our feeder middle school, and the DHS Gifted program. The lead gifted specialist would like to collect data on whether gifted students are taking advantage of the enrichment activities offered to them in their heterogeneously grouped courses, and this mail merge system could be easily adapted to meet that need. Throughout this project, I learned a considerable amount about how other educators view and experiment with new technologies. It was no surprise to find from survey results that teachers are excited to learn about any new opportunities that streamline and optimize their work. They are willing to spend time working toward understanding these new technologies, but I learned that it was also important to automate as much of the process as possible. The pilot study showed me that even when teachers are very engaged and eager to learn a new process, they will not remember details and will need a reference sheet of a human being to refer to when there's a problem. If they become stuck on one or more steps, they don't know what to do next. Automation, therefore, became a primary focus of these systems. But if I made too many assumptions about what teachers needed, that would actually be stifling their creativity. I wrestled with how to balance the automation with the need for teachers to be able to customize their own work. In this capstone project, teachers were first surveyed about their current use and modes of communication. And based on those results, new technological strategies were developed and shared. It was this iterative development process that allowed expansion of the initial project concept into other domains. The Model UN coach using mail merge to automatically print award certificates for a meet, the assistant principal using mail merge to automatically notify teachers about weird attendance patterns, and the English teacher who used mail merge to generate a pre-filled out assessment form from student responses in the Google survey. All of these projects were invented by teachers who saw one use of a technological tool and were able to see how it could relate to other areas of their professional lives. Thank you so much for watching.